it's 10 characters, but our second character array can only hold 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, sorry, that works. Let's there we go. There we have we get a runtime failure or error, whatever you want to call it, around the variable new string. Okay, and that's because we're trying to copy more characters than this can actually take. One sec, guys. \0 should actually be like that. Okay, there we go. Get the same error again. So how do we solve the problem of copying more than we can actually take? Oops. Well, there's another function a lot like string copy function. It's the string ncopy function, so strncpy function, and it allows us to supply a maximum character length. I'm just using a constant variable here rather than just using the actual number, rather than doing something like this. Okay, just because you might be using it that way. I don't know. Actually, I don't know why I did it. Just show off, I guess. Anyway, so we've declared an integer variable called maxLength and assigned it a value of 5. We've made a new character array called goodString and assigned it a number of elements equal to maxLength, which is equal to 5, and assigned all of those elements null terminating character. Then we're using the string ncopy. It works exactly the same way. So the character array we want to copy to, the character array we want to copy from, and then the max length. And the reason I put -1 there is because, remember, we need to have space for the null terminating character, so we can only let in 4 characters. Let's give this a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. You can see here, the first time it outputs in the myString variable, it outputs all the characters, but the second time it only outputs 4 of them because we've limited the max length to 4. Okay? So that's copying strings. Now we're going to look at size. Often you might find you'll need to find the total size, the total amount of characters an array can hold, so its capacity basically. Or you might want to find the length of the string inside the character array. We've got 2 easy functions for these. We've got the size of function. Okay, that finds the capacity, and we're just looking at the size of myString, so this variable up here. And then we've got the string length, strlen function, which checks the amount of characters, basically, which have been used up in the string, excluding null terminating characters, by the way. So yeah, these are both pretty simple. They both take one argument, which is the character array you want to find the size of, or the character array you want to find how big the string inside it is, etc. Basically, let's give this a shot then, shall we? So we'll just enter 3 characters, DFD, and if we press enter, we see it outputs DFD. It outputs 10 because that's the capacity of myString. Remember, here we can see we declared a character array myString and assigned it a number of elements, which is 10, and then it gives us the number 3 because that's the amount of characters being used inside this character array. Okay. Just as an example of where this might be useful, rather than having this max length variable, you might have 5 there, and then you might do size of goodString -1. You could do it that way as well. That would work if you don't want to have to go back and check, or if you want this to be dynamic as well. This means that the string ncopy function is dynamic. So if you want to change the size of the string, you only have to change the size of the string, and this will automatically change. Okay, you don't have to change both things. Just want to take this away because we want it to be the same. Constant max_length equals 5. Okay, there we go. So those are size functions. I'll close it off there. And finally, comparing strings. Okay, you'd expect you just be able to compare character arrays like this. So my array 1 equals my array 2, like that. But you can't, because they're arrays. Okay, it doesn't work like that. So there's actually an inbuilt function called string compare, strcmp. So basically, what I'm going to do is, here I declare one array, hello, give it a number of elements, 5, and assign 3 of those elements to HEL. Then I make a new character array called hello2. I don't assign anything to it, and I just use a string copy function to assign the value inside. Assign the value inside hello to the value inside hello2. The reason I'm using string copy and not string n copy is because the character arrays are both the same size, so there's no problem there. And now I say if not string compare hello to hello2. These can be reversed as well, by the way. It doesn't matter which order you put the arguments in. But the reason I'm saying not is because string compare returns 0 if the values are the same, and it returns -1 if the values are different. And if you remember when I talked about Boolean variables, the value 0 in C++ always means false, and anything other than 0, it can be a positive number or a negative number, so long as it's not equal to 0, means true. So -1 will mean true, 0 will mean false. So for that reason, I'm just reversing this. I'm saying if not string compare, so if string compare is not true, i.e. if it yields a value of 0, then output hello. Okay? So let's give this a shot, shall we? First one. Oh, let me close this first. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go, and it outputs hello as expected. Now just to demonstrate that it works and it doesn't output hello if it's not equal, there we go, nothing output. This also works, doing it like this. These should be the same. Yep, there we go. So I think you guys get the idea. Basically, it's just been a tutorial on character arrays. Character arrays aren't very convenient in C++ because they're really fiddly. I'm sure you'd all agree with me on that one. For that reason, we actually have a string class, which it's not built in, but there is a string class which does all the legwork for us, so we don't have to do all that stuff. So that's really useful. I'm not going to talk about that in this tutorial, probably not in the next tutorial, the one after the next, because in the next we're looking at multi-dimensional arrays. And I realize I'm an idiot, I just forgot to use string copy, string n copy, string length, and string compare. You need to include string.h like that. Just so you know, size of is a built-in function, so you don't actually have to have string.h in there to use the size of. But all the others, basically anything that starts with str, is probably needs the string.h library. Anyways, guys, over and out.